Forgot I was going to do those. Hatebreed is doing a show on October the 30th at the Agora. So call Poundcake and be caller 10. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007. I screwed that up.
Well, it's a Friday. You probably got big plans for tonight.
Pilot error. No big plans for tonight. No, I'm leaving at the crack of ass tomorrow to move my daughter into college.
So then you got that on the mind. I
gotta empty my car, empty my trunk,
Man,
so we've got plenty of space.
Cleaned my car out the other day. That's a nice move.
Clean your car out?
I hadn't cleaned my car out in a bit, and so there was a bunch of stuff in there. And when I love this car when it's empty.
I never need to clean my car out. I need to get it detailed.
I do need to get it detailed.
I love getting a car detailed. It takes way longer than you think it's going to.
It's worth it, though.
But it is worth it. 5 o'clock, about 10 minutes from now, I'll have that next keyword for you. The last of the week to put you and a pal in Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. It's the 23rd and 24th of next month at the T-Mobile Arena. So we get you tickets for the whole shebang, put you up, fly out, all that. It's a proper
money too, right?
Yeah, $1,000. It's a proper prize, and you'll have the last crack at it this week in a few minutes. But then we'll give plenty of them away next week. You can win them with Rover. Stansbury's got them. I have them. Next week and the week after be the last 2 weeks you can win. So plenty of chances to get that Vegas trip. And then, of course, we have the first live Bill Squire Friday Get Down here in the new studios. So Dennis Rodman is now not going to go to Russia. Dennis Rodman got a full head of steam and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my ass over to Russia, and I'm going to take care of this Brittany Griner situation. Somehow Dennis Rodman's friendship with Kim Jong-un put it in his head that he's now some kind of international diplomat, despite the fact that every time he says he's going to do something like that, the governments in play go, please do not do that. International relations, especially between the United States and Russia, have never been worse. Boy, when they put Brittany Griner in that cage, that is a tall woman.
Yeah.
You know, they put her in the, we don't do that in this country. In other countries, when you're in court and you're the defendant, they put you in a little cage. In this country, that's why in this country you have like defendants who jump the table and stab the opposing counsel or something. Other countries, they put them in a cage. Now, she's not a violent
offender.
Yeah, violent offender. That's right. But we don't do that over here, at least not that I know. Dennis Rodman, though, said, I'm going to go over to Russia and I'm going to spring Brittany Griner. This is all going to be good. The State Department obviously had some different things to say about it. And so they told him that this was an unsanctioned mission, which basically means, hey, if you get yourself in some shrimp,
you're done.
You're done. We got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yep, we're telling you not to do it. If you go over and do it, what, you going to be hanging out with Steven Seagal?
Mm-hmm. I forgot he was there. I saw
Seagal,
a video.
He loves Russia. He loves Putin.
Yeah, I saw him on when he says Putin, and he goes, Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
I saw a video of him, and two guys are attacking him, and he keeps like throwing them, and it's so silly.
He just steps to the side, and these guys flop like LeBron in the playoffs.
They're obviously not really attacking him, but he's trying to show off, and it's so funny.
Vladimir Putin. Yeah. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin.
Mm-hmm. He loves Putin. He is a Russian citizen now, Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dennis Rodman was like, okay, well, I guess
I won't go.
Threw some cold water on that trip, basically saying, you're on your own if you go over there, by the way. His daughter plays, doesn't his daughter play basketball or something?
I'm not sure.
Trinity Rodman. His daughter. She plays soccer, something. and she's making a bunch of money.
But they don't. I think he just went and saw her play for the first time because I don't think they have a real relationship. Much of a. I don't think he's that involved in her life.
Oh, yeah?
Or like he wasn't, and maybe he's trying to get back in there.
Rectify that
Yeah.
situation now that she's making some money. It's not like he needs the money. She's 19. Yeah, Trinity Rodman plays soccer, and she's the highest paid player in the whole league. Now, that's $1 million. That's how little they make in women's soccer.
That's still
That
pretty
make-
good. I'd
that's-
be happy to be making
$1 million is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you know.
How do people live on that kind of money, Bill? How do people live on just $1.1
Oh, we
million
get by
a year?
us that. Well,
do
I
you
don't even
do
get
that?
close to that.
How do you do that? She's
Let's
19
see.
years old.
It'd be nice.
God, can't even imagine that. Just living on $1 million a year? Oh, I mean, you can't even have gold toilets with that.
Vladimir Putin.
I'll never get tired of that. Tell Bill to look up Steven Seagal running. Oh, yeah, there's a whole...
Oh, there's so much.
It's
yeah.
the best. There's a whole YouTube thing, and I think it's fairly recent on like how
That's right now.
Steven Seagal has somebody just did a deep dive into him, and they're like, his whole life's made up. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, at least his hair still looks good.
Yeah, he's still got that natural jet black color on his hair and goatee. Thousands of people incarcerated in the U.S. for the same thing that Brittany Griner's in for. That is true. That's very, very true.
Mhm.
But the United States is not Russia. And there's always a chance that those people who are incarcerated for those things here will have a better chance of getting sprung at some point. I mean, you hope.
All right, this is a great video. This is Steven Seagal running. It's just ridiculous.
Here, send it to me
All right.
and tell me how I have to.
I mean, if you just go to YouTube and search Steven Seagal running,
Oh, I can?
it shows up the first one.
Okay. Hold on.
Running like a girl
Steven
compilation.
Seagal running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Here, let me bring this up so everybody can watch it.
Yeah.
If you're watching.
If you're watching.
Yep.
Yeah, we can show the videos now. We had that technology in the past, and then it went away, but now it's back.
What's the matter with his running?
It's just goofy. People
He
say,
kind of like swings his arms a lot.
yeah,
And,
it's just it doesn't look for someone that's supposed to be like a,
action star and a badass.
badass. It just looks weird.
Interesting.
Well, I gotta kick the
All
porn
right, well.
bots off the web, off the chat.
Oh, what is that? Because I played a video?
No, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
even. It just happens every day because we got a live stream, and so if you got a live stream up long enough, there's eventually porn bots show up. And
Oh,
go,
is that how it
"Hey."
happens?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh. Well, okay. So he's not the badass that everybody wanted him to be. What's the matter with that? I was reading about there's a town called, speaking of badass, there's a town called Orange Beach, Alabama. And I guess there's a chain coffee shop that's called Badass Coffee, referring to a donkey. I mean, obviously it's a double entendre, but Badass Coffee of Hawaii is the chain, and they're putting one in this town in Alabama. Now, this is hoity-toity Alabama, right? This isn't Huntsville. This is like down the road from Pensacola. So it's along the ocean there and the Gulf, and the people in the town, or the people who run the town.
I believe this is called the Florabama Shore.
Florabama Shore. There you go. They just think that having a place called Badass Coffee is just it's the worst thing that could happen to them. Like, I thought these places were all about business, bringing people to business decision. So the guy who is the mayor of this town is asking people to not even go there because it's going to be such a bad reflection on the town. I mean, ass isn't even like a thing anymore. Mayor Tony Kennan is the mayor of the town.
I was at a wrestling event on Tuesday or Wednesday, and there's the ass boys and daddy ass, and
Right.
a lot of ass being talked about.
Well,
and
I bet
think
those
that's
guys don't tour in the Floribama shore.
pretty classy. Classy, assy.
We look at that in every way. There is absolutely nothing we can do about it. Believe me, it cheapens our neighborhood, it cheapens our community, and I won't ever buy a cup of coffee from bad donkey coffee company ever. So I would hope the community wouldn't do the same thing. And I don't think we're prudes by any means, but, you know, there is no...
No, we're not. We just think the word ass is the worst thing that's ever happened to our town. We're not prudes, though, or anything. If it's a word I don't want coming out of my 12-year-old's mouth, it's not appropriate to be on a sign in one of our streets. You know how many times your 12-year-old has used the word ass, by the way, Mr. Mayor?
But not in conjunction with coffee.
Coffee. Right. He asked why the city, praised for its Christian roots, is allowing a coffee shop with profanity in the title.
There's ass in the Bible.
Oh, boy.
They say ass all the time in the Bible.
Oh, boy. These people.
That's crazy.
Anyway, if you are somebody, you might even be familiar with this area. You might winter down there in Orange Beach, Alabama. But they've got some concerns down there over this coffee shop. They don't care for that at all. You can leave messages if you listen on the iHeartRadio app. A little talkback button there. You can drop us quick messages there.
Hey, this is Becky from Rittman. I am utterly disappointed in Bill. He proclaims to support women, but has never had a female helping out in the video department. Do better.
That's not true at all.
How do you know, Becky, we've had plenty of females help in the video department? That's a huge assumption on your part.
Also,
we had Flory Denog in there like a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
You don't know if that you assume Flory Denog just because it sounds like a guy's name. You assume we've had plenty of women help.
Lots of women have helped out in the. I can't name them all, but they're there. They're all there.
I can give you a couple.
Yeah.
Glassy Borkmog.
Yeah.
Female. How you like that?
Take that, Becky.
Yeah. What kind of guy's name is Becky, by the way? What's the full name? Beckard? Beckled? Beckwith? We've had plenty of women back there in the video department.
We had one this week.
We had Gorf Zoltana at the beginning of June. Lovely little Gorf. She came in and did a terrific job, a bang-up job.
I can't believe you think that, Becky.
Yeah. A couple of our
a Clenchy D'Angelo? You think that's a dude?
Well,
Clenchy's a lady.
I have to cop to that assumption. I did think that Clenchy D'Angelo was a guy.
Clenchy.
So that's on me.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm in Becky's boat. Let me give you this trip to Las Vegas here. You'll be hanging with, there's a whole section for all of our video department people. We aren't going, but somehow they set aside a block of tickets for Clenchy D'Angelo and the video department here at the Alan Cox Show. That's fine. Listen, share the wealth. You could be out there too with a pal. We get you tickets for the whole thing, fly you out, $1,000 on top of all of it. This is the last crack you have at this week, so listen closely. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Time for your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword VEGAS to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry, plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's VEGAS to 200-200. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
July 22nd, Fitty Gumpsuckle. You think that's not a lady? Fitty.
Is it a lady?
I don't remember.
I was going to say, I thought that was a guy too. Fitty.
Fitty. It's a great name.
Yeah. And that's really, Becca, that's really by design that we don't necessarily need to know.
They're just employees to me.
That's right.
They're
just a number and a name on a sheet of paper.
They are a name. And they are
just a name on a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
So I understand that that's important to you, as it should be. But rest assured, We have all kinds of people in the video department. I will admit to being partial to Clenchy D'Angelo, and I'll go to my grave believing that's a guy, but Bill says otherwise.
I know, from the bit.
I've gotten a couple of messages, links to this story from our bureau chiefs in Omaha, Nebraska, about a guy who got arrested for being hired. Well, a guy got hired by the Catholic Charities in Omaha, Nebraska, to simulate a mass shooting. But they didn't tell anybody. So everybody flipped the F out. John Channels is a guy. He shows up to the Catholic Charities office with an assault rifle that's full of blank cartridges and a group of actors smeared in fake blood. And the Catholic Charities were going to pay him $2,500 for ambushing the building and simulating a mass shooting, an active shooter drill. Trouble is, only 2 people in the entire building knew that he had been hired for that. So he shows up firing blanks at the actors, and everybody else flips out because they think it's a legit active shooting.
Why would they do this?
Maybe because in their mind they were like, let's see how people react, or...
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh, God.
At all.
He stood outside the building in a dark hoodie and a dark mask near a window where a meeting was taking place. So this is your establishing shot where people can see him. He got the people that are in the meeting inside. He fires a couple rounds into the air, fake rounds, gets the group's attention, starts banging on the windows, and starts firing blank cartridges into the window. So the people that were with him, the actors or whatever, I don't know if this guy does this as a service or whatever, everybody inside goes bananas. They're calling 911. People running out of the conference room were met by a hired actor bleeding fake blood all over the hallway. One woman tried to jump into a dumpster from a retaining wall. And the cops showed up, and an elderly woman said she thought she was going to be killed. Remember in The Office, and I watched this not long ago, and I think I referenced it here, where Dwight does the fire drill, and they're crawling through the ceiling tiles, and he doesn't tell them it's a fire drill, so he lights something. And they're all screaming and yelling. And
it's one of the best openings. Today, smoking's going to save lives.
So anyway, the cops come. They don't know that anybody had hired these group of, active shooter troubadours to do this. Nobody was seriously hurt. But the guy ended up getting arrested and charged with a bunch of stuff. I'll leave it to the Catholic Charities. Hey, do we have extra money for the poor? No, we've got $2,500 for some jamoke to do an active shooter drill. Right. Catholic Charities.
They're lucky that somebody didn't pull out a gun and shoot him.
Yeah. Yes, in Oklahoma. Jesus.
Right.
Yeah. Catholic Charities has denied asking for the drill to be so elaborate. They say that the guy misrepresented himself and didn't. So this is a guy who really wanted to do a hardcore, anyway. Hey, Ryan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Cox.
What's going on? Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to call in and defend the honor of Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You claim that it is not upscale, sir. And I say that it rivals any large city that Ohio can produce.
Huntsville, I shouldn't have name-checked Huntsville. That was the first name that popped into my head, and you're right. I shouldn't have thrown Huntsville out. I should have gone more in a I don't know, another direction, Greenville or Troy or something, right? I mean, Huntsville seems to be...
You can always throw Coleman under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, Listen, that's my dad's home state. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it's you're right. Huntsville was a bad grab off the top of my head.
No. Like it's my home state. It's your dad's home state. I know you mentioned you've. I missed that part of your history if you grew up there or whatever the case may be. But you should always respect the flaws of your home state as well. And,
I know.
And certainly
I know.
there are places that can be trashed in Alabama.
Give me a good reference I can throw in next time that really nails it.
Mobile?
Not Mobile. Mobile's a nice.
Okay.
It's not my home state, but it's my dad's.
Greenbow? Is that a real place, or is that just from Forrest Gump?
But
are you looking country, or are you looking like
if I want to, in trying what I was clumsily trying to do was contrast a hoity-toity part of Alabama with a country part. What's a good reference? Danville, Grayson, you tell me.
Well, if you want to, I'm from the northern part of the state. The really hoity-toity suburb of Huntsville is Madison. The country place out by the lake, I mean, there's some upscale parts of it, like any country area, but Gunnersville, Scottsboro.
Gunnersville. Gunnersville will be easy to remember, too. Gunnersville. I mean, it's Floribama Shore ain't no Gunnersville.
I say Coleman a lot because it's the white supremacy part of Alabama. So, I don't buy into that. I don't believe in it. So, yeah.
Shows how much I know. I didn't know that there was a white supremacy part of Alabama where they were all sequestered there.
Oh, my God, yes. Unfortunately, yes.
I figured the non-white supremacy parts of Alabama were the ones to point out. Okay, listen, Ryan, I'm going to go with Gunnersville next time, okay?
Cool.
All right, thank you, pal. There's Ryan, Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, my dad was born in Tupelo, Mississippi, but he grew up in Mobile. And then he went to Auburn University, War Eagle. But there's Ryan, Huntsville. Yeah, that was a clumsy grab on my part. It is Appalachia, though. So, I mean, you are, I've got to take a break here. I'm going to have what for you? Oh, those Smashing Pumpkins tickets. Last pair to see them. They're going to do the Romo Fijo with Jane's Addiction. And so if you want to go, I will hook you up after the break. 35192. You want to text for anything else, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.